We're here with Ted Ning, the Executive Director for LOHAS. Oh, this is my first LOHAS, and I am having such a great time. And when I discovered it, which just wasn't that long ago, when you were talking about what LOHAS was, I was like, that's me, that's what I'm about. How did you bring LOHAS to life?
It really wasn't out of design, it was more out of default. It was something that I did as a kid and grew up being, not really knowing that that was anything else that anyone else wanted to do, and fell into the job. And now it's evolved into being a movement that's not only national but global, which is really neat.
And do you travel globally with LOHAS?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of interest in other countries. There's a LOHAS association from Korea here. There's LOHAS Philippines that's here. And I go over to Asia at least once a year to talk about LOHAS and give them a better understanding as to where it came from, what really the ethos is, and why it's important to be a part of it.
It's fantastic. And you lived there for a little while, is that right?
Yes, I lived in Japan for about 4 years, and then I also studied Chinese in Taiwan. I lived in Vietnam for a little bit, and I've got 3 adopted sisters, one from Vietnam and 2 from Korea, and studied Asian studies and Chinese from college. So
oh, wow.
It's kind of nice.
I lived in Asia for a year in different places, but I couldn't get the language. Did you get Chinese?
Yeah, that was my minor, and I'm half Chinese,
yes.
so that kind of helped a little bit. But my parents didn't speak it, so I had to learn it, and I love it. I love the language.
Oh, I'm so happy. I was a little challenging for me with the tones. So this has been an amazing event. I met so many incredible people, and they're doing such great work. And what's next for LOHAS?
I think the real ethos of what LOHAS is, it's really trying to get away from the black and white. I think it's about understanding another person's point of view and being empathetic about that. And once you can understand each other at a little bit of a different level that goes above black and white and really open into creativity and imagination, and when you're in that space, infinite ideas and possibilities are available to you. And LOHAS really tries to get people to that level of thinking and that vibration. And that's really what we try to do here at the conference: inspire people, provide people with information and resources. And so moving forward, I think that we're going to try to galvanize this effort even more, galvanize people's belief systems. I think a lot more people are hungry for belonging, hungry for community, hungry for knowledge, and maintaining curiosity. That's really key, being curious.
I'm so curious. My mom might call it nosy, but it's curious. So LOHAS is, for people that don't know, Lifestyles of Health and Sustainability. So where did that acronym come from? I'm green with Tiffany, and I couldn't figure out a way to kind of encompass one world, one people, or one people, one planet, and LOHAS really does that.
Yeah, it's the overarching umbrella. Kind of a clunky acronym if you think about it. Is it Hawaiian? Is it something that's foreign and that kind of thing? But I think what it does is it provides an understanding of the connection between different verticals. So a day in the life of a utopic LOHAS consumer might be where they wake up in the morning and do yoga, they take alternative transportation to their workplace, they check out their blog, they listen to independent radio, they shop at a local farmer's market, they live in a green built home. All of these things, like the green builder or the farmer's market or the yoga studio, don't talk to each other. So what LOHAS does is it provides the context and that thread saying, hey, look, we're all going in the same direction. So why don't we just take off the blinders and not reinvent the wheel? Let's collaborate, let's work together.
Very well said. Let's collaborate and work together. So thank you so much for having me. I've had a great time, very inspiring, and I will be back to the next LOHAS. Thank you so much for what you do, Ted.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thanks for joining us on Green with Tiffany.